Hi friends, James here from Miami Strong Gym, and in this video I want to show you a really cool bicep exercise to really develop the peak on your biceps on the inside to really make it look higher and taller. So a lot of bicep exercises include dumbbells and barbells. You're probably very familiar with it, but there's one move that I want to show you today that you may or may not have seen. It's a less common move, but it's extremely effective at isolating that peak. So this is a variation of the preacher curl. So you may or may not have this in your gym. It has the slanted side, it has the flat side, and this is the standing variation. You've probably seen the other one that has a seated variation. I like this one a little bit better because in the seated position, you're not as strong with the arms, with your feet on the ground. You can develop a little bit more power. So again, I actually like to do the variation of this on the flat side. A lot of people do it with the slanted side, but I'll show you why I choose this side instead. So when you do the bicep exercise from this position, because you're hanging over the top of it, you have to fight gravity even more because your elbow is so far away from your body and it's completely perpendicular to the ground. As the bar travels, you have to isolate and you have to pull even stronger with the biceps and the forearms. So let me show you what this looks like. And you may have heard this as spider preacher curl. And you may have even seen this done on a bench at an angle, but it's a lot better if you have this piece of equipment. So we can start with a regular grip on the easy bar. You could use a straight bar as well. I like the easy bar, completely perpendicular to the ground, nice and tight, and I squeeze. There we go. Nice and high, really develop that peak, and the range of motion you can see it's really stretched and contracted, stretched and contracted. Now what I like to do is I like to switch it up, and I can do the inside grip as well. And you're gonna isolate a little bit more of the peak and a little bit more of the outside of the biceps. So you take a look, I'm here, I'm hanging, come up, squeeze as tight as I possibly can, squeeze at the top all the way through the range of motion and let it stretch slowly down. You could do this with a tempo of a 2-to-1 or a 1-to-1, meaning on the way up, 1 second, on the way down, 1, 2, on the way up, 1 second, on the way down, 1, 2. You could even do a 1-to-1 to get a little bit more endurance action in your workouts. 1, 1, 1. Oh yeah, but either way, you're gonna pump up those biceps a ton. Woo! There you go. You can see it's working the peak here. And as well, when I'm holding on the inside grip, you're working the outside here as well. I like to incorporate biceps twice a week in my routines. I'll throw this together with hammer curls, which you could also do right here as well, hitting the outside of the biceps, still in this bent over position over the top, flat side of the preacher curl. If you have it, it's really beneficial. Again, and then I'll incorporate more straight bar as well, maybe just a standing straight bar, but this is a really cool variation because it isolates that peak of the bicep, like I keep telling you. And if you're trying to build bigger arms, this is one of the exercises you want to try. In the next video, I'm going to show you a little bit more about triceps. So keep watching, and if you're enjoying, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment. I'll see you in the next video, friends.